I just got married, so that's how we're leading into it. This episode is about when tradition gets in the way of genuine love. So obviously there's a lot of tradition laced into weddings, so that's coming up, but let me make sure we're everyone's reminded. The point of our talk today is to think about tradition because again, as you said, whether it's Valentine's Day or some other tradition, i.e., a woman shouldn't ask a guy out. A woman should wait for the guy to ask for the phone number or whatever. Like where are we going with this and why? And so again, obviously weddings are laced with traditions that can get in the way. So for me, I know you guys are dying to know. Like so I didn't I mean and someone will have the argument that I'm extreme and just being resistant. Whatever, you can have an opinion, that's great. But for me, every decision I made was the intent. The most important thing to me was that, especially considering I never thought I'd get married, wasn't even interested in being married. So that says a lot about Dwayne Patrick Hall. Um, this is an important moment. It's a sacred moment. And I'm big on energy and spirit and vibe, right? So, number one, the space and whoever's in it has to have a very centered, present, non-toxic feel, right? It needs to be aligned with the value and importance of the moment, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, the only reason we're here is because Dwayne and I decided we want to be together, right? And so anything that doesn't have to do with that, then why are we doing it? And I'm generally in life not into doing things just because someone already did it. So or always did it. So if you've listened enough to enough Cup of Joys, you know, like that's me. So I'm not traditional in general because I can't. I'm gonna. All my dad raised me to know why I'm doing what I do. So when I can't answer other than this is what everyone always does, then I'm not doing it because I need to. I need to make sure it's important to me to make sure that any behavior I engage in, I know why I'm engaging in, and it just can't be that that's what people always do, right? So that's how I show up to life. Period. But in love, right? It's like when I first started planning it, confession, like I think I've only been to like 3 weddings in my life. So so I don't have a ton of context anyway, right? It's not like, some people just are wedding people. They've been in a lot of I don't even
I've been to so many weddings. I couldn't
I don't
even
do
tell you.
weddings. I don't really go to a lot of funerals. I don't do a lot of birthday parties. I don't do a lot of the stuff. So I'm just absolutely ignorant to what even is supposed to happen. And then B, once I started looking it up, I'm like, and why? So like somebody came up to me like, "Are you doing the old thing, blue thing, whatever thing?" I don't even know
Something
these words.
borrowed, something blue,
Yeah, I'm
something
like, "What?"
new.
I was
I
like,
don't
"Probably not, because I don't even know what you're talking about." And then I
kind of
looked
weird that
it
they
up
ask you that though. I
because people are really into this, which is what I think is interesting. And again, I'm not judging y'all. I'm just like, for me, I'm thoughtful and perhaps too thoughtful at times, but like to me, like especially for something like a wedding, like I don't want to be doing stuff because it sounded cool, like unless I'm just like so into it. So like when I started looking at it, it was just like I didn't like the idea of, to me, this is a celebration of love. So we titled our wedding an unfiltered celebration of love. So it's not even a wedding ceremony to me, it's a celebration and an honoring of the love, right?